Okay, as you guys know, we're going to start walking through the book, Get Over Your Damn Self. And what I want to talk about today was in the book, right off the bat, she talks about what are the four things that cause us all to fail. And so let me go back and refresh your memory of what they were. Number one, she says, we're not coachable. Number two, we don't treat this like a business. Number three, we're not willing to get uncomfortable. And number four, we're not hungry enough. So those are, she says, here's a person who makes $1 million a year in network marketing. And so those are the four reasons. She says, if I see why someone's not successful, those are typically the four reasons. And so what I did was say, okay, let's do the flip side and say, let's really look at ourselves and take inventory. Kind of back to the question I asked earlier. Let's take inventory. So everyone pull out a piece of paper and a pen and let's sit down and let's walk through these. So what we're going to do is get a percentage of what is our success, what's our success rate going to be based on someone who says, here are the reasons we fail in this business. So let me ask you, are you teachable? Number one, the first thing she says that we're not coachable. So let's ask these questions. One meaning, okay, yeah, I need help in this, or number five means I'm doing great in this. So 1 to 5, I follow the system willingly and consistently. We have a proven system that works. Do you follow it? And how well do you follow it? How well do you know it? Do you have a system? And are you following it? And think about what areas maybe you need some help in. And I think this accountability, on the back end, we're going to talk about it. Number 2, I talk to 3 to 5 prospects a day. 1 being, nah, I really don't do that. 5 meaning, yep, I consistently do that every day. All right? Because what I want to do is hear your scores. And then we're going to talk about which one of these 4 areas we want to focus on each, and they're going to be different for all of us. Question number 3, I plug into the Juice Plus community through Voxer, Facebook, Zooms, and events. You're very well plugged in. People know, they see you, you comment, you're on the Zooms, you attend events, you have events. Are you really plugging into the community? And then number 4, I invest weekly in personal development. Somehow, some way, you're in the car, you're listening. Juice Plus is top of mind. You're developing yourself. 1 to 5, how well are you doing? So that's the whole area of being coachable. Are you coachable? Are you open to keep getting better? All right, the next one. Do you treat this like a business? You treat this business like a business. So first question, 1 to 5. 1 meaning I really need to work on this. 5 meaning I got this down. I go to work every single day. Do you actually go to work every single day and invest in this business? The next question, I am not hot and cold with this business. You know what? You're around somebody who, man, they're working it like crazy. They're talking it like crazy. They're doing this, they're doing that, and then they drop it, and for 2 weeks, you don't even see or hear from them. Do you have that hot and cold issue going on? And here's what I want to tell you about. When I see people that are hot and cold, it is hard to follow hot and cold because people don't have confidence you're going to be there or that they can follow you or that. So we're communicating we're not treating this like a business when we're so hot and cold all the time. Number 3, Juice Plus is consistently on my mind or continuously on my mind. I'm telling you what, we miss out on a lot if we don't keep it top of mind. And then number 4, I spend 80% of my working time talking to new prospects. That one there is a huge one that since I added Teamzy as my kind of accountability, that has really opened my eyes to that usually is, distributors get my lion's share, then customers, and then lastly prospects. And Teamzy is making me realize, along with this book, 80% of my time needs to be talking to new people. So I would rate myself very low in that area, but I'm getting better because now it's kind of been like a light switch going on in my head. Okay, next area. Are you willing to get uncomfortable? How willing are you to get uncomfortable? Okay, so here we go. Our four questions or thoughts. I get uncomfortable at least once a day in this business. That you mentally say, I am going to push myself. I'm going to do what I know I should do and I don't want to do. I do that at least once a day. Number 2, I am willing to get a goal and go after it. Sometimes I talk to people and they're afraid to even set a goal because they're afraid they're going to miss it. And so they won't set it at all. How willing are you to set a goal and then you're like, okay, here's my goal. I'm going after it. Next question. I can talk about Juice Plus like a pro. That's not holding you back. You know what to say. You remember we did that one whole talk on our coaching chat on how to talk about this business like a pro, how to talk about our product like a pro. Are you 100% saying this one should absolutely be a 5, that you are so confident or you're not going to attract anybody? Can I talk about Juice Plus like a pro? And can I talk about this business like a pro? Then lastly, I am confident when I tell my story. I know it like the back of my hands. I forget who I may have forgot to ask someone to be on deck for today. We got Cy on deck for next week. But this week, think about it if you're willing to share your story if I haven't identified someone from last week. We want to be so confident, it is like breathing. That the minute we have an opportunity, we can just tell our story at the drop of a hat and do it with such confidence and great verbiage. 1 to 5, how you doing in that area? All right, lastly, are you hungry? And I'm telling you what, I think this category is the one, in my opinion, has to be there to really build and grow a business. I am willing to do what it takes to succeed. Are you really? How willing are you to do whatever it takes to succeed? Second question, I'm going to ask you because we're going to multiply these and we're going to figure out what our success rate is. So make sure you're answering these. I consistently invest at least 7 to 10 hours a week to build my business. I think a lot of times when I talk to people, they'll be like, I don't get why my check isn't growing. And I say, okay, look at your calendar last month. How many days did you really work? And then when we figure out that maybe for the whole month, they only maybe work 5 to 10 hours the whole month. And then we look at what their check is and say, wow, you're actually making some pretty good money in light of how much we work. So are you really investing 7 to 10 hours of really, and 80% of that time, let's say you are talking to new people about Juice Plus. I have goals for this business and they're written down. Have you taken the time to really write down what it is you want out of this business? And then the last question, I have drilled down on my why and I know exactly why I'm doing this business. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing so I can see everybody's lovely faces. Tell me, you guys, okay, so each of those questions, let me see here. If I take 4 categories, 4 times 4 equals, I thought it worked up to, just somewhat, y'all tally up how many you have, and then I'll tell you. It should come up to 100. I think we have enough areas that it should come up to 100 points if you gave yourself 5s on everything. So tell me someone tell me what their count is. Anybody?
I think we're still adding up. Let's see, Lane, give us
Mine.
Okay. All right. I should have done
Mine
this.
was 79.
79. That's good, Yvette.
That
That's
one was
excellent.
4 categories. It was 4 categories with 4 each, right?
It was. I was thinking it was 5 categories, so it wouldn't come up to 100. So I've got to do the numbers. But if you're at 79, that's great.
Elaine, you're going to post these, right? Because I really want to do them myself. I wasn't tracking as you were doing that.
I will.
They're great, by the way. I love those.
Good. 4 times 4 equals times 5. Okay, so it's a total of 80. Is that right? Did I have 5 categories? I'm sorry, you guys. I should have been more prepared. You calculate them, and I'll convert them if they need converted. All right, so miracles.
Yep, it's 80.
It's 80. Okay.
Yep, it's 80.
All right. So 79 is a doggone good number then. And it looks like Miracle's at 79. Who else? Hello? Let me hear from y'all. Denise. Are you on there? Dory, who, come let me hear from y'all. All right, Dory, are you talking?
Yes.
What area? What area needs help?
Treating this like a business and the hot and cold.
Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to you, swing back to you. Who else? Maybe instead of getting a percentage, tell me which of those areas you want to focus on, or you feel like. So Dory's saying it is the treating it like a business. All right, who else? Sai. Allison. Come on, where are you guys? All right, I don't know where everybody is. Everybody's showing their face, but not here.